Joining us now is Julie Teigland, managing partner for Germany, Switzerland, and Austria at Ernst Young. Julie, thanks very much for coming to the studio here in Berlin. Let me first ask your take on the developments in this trade war. I mean, it's been going on for months. It seems the market has priced most everything in, to the extent that now we're seeing stocks in Asia rally for 2 days in a row as this 200 billion, 60 billion sort of tit for tat goes on.
That's absolutely true. The market really has taken into account. We haven't seen a whole lot of contagion going outside, and companies are actually addressing. If you look towards the U.S., many are thinking that they're going to get over the hump and see an end to this very soon. While I'm not certain that there's an end to it, it's certainly been priced in already.
Anna?
And Julie, good morning to you. So in terms of the trade threats, clearly some of your clients are going to be nervous about that. Are they having conversations with you about strategic decisions they're making to maybe source product from other countries, to change the way their business is structured to try and get around trade concerns? Are businesses at that point yet?
And I think everybody is preparing a plan in their desk for what they need to do to adjust their value chain and their production sites. I don't think that they've moved on those yet, since everyone is hoping for a de-escalation. But in fact, companies are making plans and need to make plans as to what they can do to help adjust their value chains for the future in light of these trade wars.
Are they making adjustments in light of what's happening in Salzburg right now? We're seeing a summit there, a Brexit summit there. We could see some real forward movement, but it looks like the decision will be binary. Either we get a soft Brexit, like the Chequers plan, or we get no deal. Are companies adjusting for that?
I think you see a lot of companies coming out making plans. What will they do with their factory and production sites in the UK? How will they deal with their headquarter locations, sometimes in London, or their off-sites, and need to adjust to understand what the contingency and options are. I think you're right, Matt. As we move forward, that decision is becoming more and more digital.
And let me ask you a little bit about research and development spending, Julie, because I know it's something you've talked about a lot, and how Europe needs to maybe catch up with US companies in terms of R&D spend. We hear a lot about Industry 4.0, a new industrial revolution. Is that not driving the levels of R&D that you would expect then?
I think a lot of companies have made a huge effort to step up their R&D as we move towards not only intelligent automation, but digitalization, the change of the company operating model for the future. That's required a huge investment, and we see that across the board. One of the ones that you might not expect, for example, automobile companies investing huge amounts across mobility in terms of new solutions. That R&D is baked on making a foundation for the future, what future revenue streams are out there. And so we see that across Europe, that there is a need for us to make sure that we're catching up, keeping pace with the level of R&D that's made across the globe.
You are also a global leader for women at Fast Forward, Ernst Young. You've been working with the UN Women on the UN's Gender Innovation Principles Initiative. We have, I'll give you a little inside baseball here. We have been making a real push to get more women's voices here on Bloomberg. It sometimes is difficult. How do you see women progressing in the executive world, in the financial world, in companies? How has that changed since you started in this role?
Oh, I think it's changed massively. I think if we look at where women are, I would say we've made huge progress in terms of ensuring that we have women on boards for across the globe, frankly, in the U.S., across Europe, in fact, here in Germany. Huge progress. Would I say that we've reached women's economic empowerment to drive gender equality? Not yet. I think there's still more work to do. And we see that across many of the positions in companies across the globe, that the second and third layers definitely need more women coming through. Now, we all need to acknowledge building a pipeline takes time. Those things don't happen overnight. And driving that gender equality or providing more options or opportunities for women is better for all of us. It's proven time and time again in terms of risk management, performance. It is additive. We just need to make sure that we're driving those efforts consistently and acknowledge that some of those efforts take time to show those results.